If Harry, Meghan and Eugenie want to live at large like reality TV stars, they'd better have a plan B when the paying public has had enough. If Harry, Meghan and Eugenie want to live at large like reality TV stars, they'd better have a plan B when the paying public has had enough. Have the younger members of the royal family been watching too much reality television? Traditionally, British royalty spent the month of August on their estate at Balmoral, enduring chilly lunches around the barbecue, spending days striding through scratchy heather and steady drizzle trying to kill grouse. After-dinner entertainment consisted of parlour games, cards or Scottish dancing. How things have changed. These days the younger royals prefer exotic holidays which include safaris and hobnobbing with movie stars, or flying to sunny Mystique, leaving the Queen to attend church on a rainy Sunday last week accompanied by 97-year-old Prince Philip, who looked suitably morose. Princess Diana, after her divorce, broke the mold by posing in a swimsuit on a super yacht in Saint-Tropez, a boat owned by a shopkeeper, although the store in question was Harrods. Last weekend, following Diana's example, Harry and Meghan flew off in a private jet for a break with their friends, George and Amal Clooney, in their palatial villa on Lake Como. No grouse shooting, but great food and basketball. British police officers and bodyguards would have flown out ahead to make sure the couple would be in a secure environment. I wonder who picked up the bill? And did the Clooneys loan the jet? As Diana's children have grown up, they've made it plain they want to break with stifling traditions, dispense with the conservative courtiers who surrounded their parents and make the monarchy more relevant. But what does that mean? Hanging out with rappers and supporting charities for the homeless are to be applauded, but do the good works cancel out the costs of a fairy tale wedding attended by tennis stars, racing drivers, talk show hosts and soap stars? Experts reckon that the policing and security costs due to the couple's decision to make it a semi-public event and invite over 2,000 guests to watch their carriage ride around Windsor Great Park after the ceremony were much higher than for the wedding of William and Kate in 2011. Estimates range from £24 to £30 million costs which were borne by the ordinary members of the public. William and Kate's wedding cost around £7.2 million. But extra intelligence work in the run-up to the event meant that in reality the true costs were in the region of £10–20 million. Although Prince Charles and the royal family pay for the other costs of these weddings, security is said to amount to 94% of the total bill, according to event planners. As Prince Charles and the royal household receive funding from the government, the public are paying part of these costs too. Harry and Meghan's marriage provided broadcasters and the media with hours and hours of footage of celebrities, gorgeous clothes and wonderful music. Millions followed every moment of the day on social media. Photographers were in their element, with hundreds of designer frocks parading the grounds of Windsor Castle, worn by some of the biggest earners in show business. All the elements of classic reality television, without the working-class accents and competitive element. One big difference between the Meghan Markle dream wedding and Love Island is that television companies aren't funded by the public purse. Revenue from advertising pays for everything. In contrast, royal security costs are funded by local councils and taxpayers. Since that fairy tale day, Meghan has not appeared in the same outfit twice and is rumored to have spent over £1 million on clothes. Certainly she looks perfectly turned out and her taste is pretty faultless. But with an unlimited budget, that's not too hard to achieve. There's an enormous difference between the new Duchess of Sussex and the frugal mindset of Princess Anne, who keeps her clothes for decades. Even the Queen recycles her hats and favorite frocks. Ostentation used to be seen as common among the royal women, not anymore. Meghan seems to have decided she has to be a fashion leader, which is more compatible with a soap star, than a woman whose prime job is, in her own words, to help the less fortunate and fight for equality. When you're wearing a Balmain couture dress and you're meeting a teenager with nothing, those words sound pretty hollow. The Love Island mindset seems to have rubbed off of Prince Eugenie, a nice girl ninth in line to the throne, who, following the examples set by her cousin Harry, expects us, the public, to cough up £2 million to pay for the security for her big fat royal wedding at Windsor Castle next month. The event includes thousands of specially invited members of the public and, you've guessed, an open-topped carriage ride around Windsor Great Park. Eugenie, who who with her sister, is constantly popping up on social media hanging about on billionaires' yachts or skiing holidays with the stars, is not even marrying a celebrity or a member of the upper classes. Her husband-to-be is a brand ambassador for a tequila company. Well done, Eugenie. Hard-working taxpayers are going to pay millions of money which could buy playgrounds, clinics or even affordable homes, to enable a bloke who flogs booze to ponce about in a coach surrounded by footmen and flunkies. Once, a team of royal press officers made sure that appearances were carefully monitored, and unseemly displays of wealth were restricted to state occasions. The Queen is revered for her kindness, her humility and her hard work. Can we say the same about the younger royals and their partners? Unless they get a grip on the real world outside fairy tale castles and carriages, the next generation could squander the goodwill the Queen has carefully nurtured, which, up to now, allowed the much poorer public to accept the extraordinary costs of running the royal firm. And, as any tuppenny reality TV show star can tell you, when the viewing public turns on you, the evictions are brutal.